Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been awesome. Now real quick guys, in this video I am going to make it a little bit more lengthy. I'm going to expand on my thoughts, maybe ramble a little bit, just because a lot of you guys down in the comments have been wanting me to talk a little bit more about each subject so you can understand my personal opinion. So we're just going to experiment a little bit in this video. Just let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about it. And now, no more intro, let's hop into it. So as you guys know by the title, Dafran, he is looking to join in on Overwatch Contenders. Yeah, a lot happened while I was sleeping, so I woke up, I immediately checked Reddit, Twitter, as I usually do. I saw this huge post by Aaron Brown. Pretty much everybody on Reddit is going nuts because Aaron Brown said this. Rumor, take this with a pinch of salt, but one of the more interesting rumors I've heard is that ex-Selfless Gaming DPS player Dafran is looking at potentially returning to the professional scene, be at the Contenders level or possibly with Atlanta. And then after reading this, of course, I went straight to Discord, I went straight to Twitter, contacted all my sources. I wanted to figure out what was going on, and I actually had a message from one of my sources talking about it. I just didn't receive the notification because, well, I get a lot of notifications on Discord. It pretty much just fell through under all the other ones. And my source did confirm that Dafran has contacted multiple Overwatch Contenders level teams, specifically Academy ones, and he is interested in joining and playing at an Academy level in North America. Now, at first glance, this is very exciting, right? Dafran, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the most entertaining players of all time, is interested in coming and playing in Overwatch professionally again. But then the first question most people have come to ask on Twitter and Reddit so far is, well, why is it at an Academy level? How come he's not going to an Overwatch League level? And I do think there may be a few reasons for this. Now, my sources have not confirmed either of these, but I'm just kind of putting two to two together, and these are my personal thoughts. But I definitely do think that most Overwatch League teams just aren't even giving the time of day for Dafran. Now, obviously, it's not because of his skill level. The guy has shown in the past that he can be great, but he hasn't played at a professional level for over a year now, guys. That is a very long time. That alone is a risk. Now, if that was the only risk, though, I do feel some Overwatch League teams would be giving him a chance. I do think that on top of the fact that he does have this toxic and just negative reputation about him where, like, it's going to be a massive risk to pay this guy a lot of money and expect him to play and pop off for you when you don't even know if he's going to be able to stay unbanned. Not even during his playing time, but when he wasn't on a team, Dafran has gone through multiple bans. He's just gotten in trouble with Blizzard a ton of times. It's a very similar situation to KYKY. Yeah, we know he's good, but there's this risk where, like, yeah, if we sign him, what if he gets in trouble? What if he gets banned during this really crucial part where we need him to play? Dallas Fuel is a big example, and nobody wants to look like the Dallas Fuel going into Season 2. So for that reason, it is a massive risk to sign him, in my opinion. But for a Contenders team, it is much different. You only have to sign a player for maybe 2 to 3 months for one Contender season, whereas in the Overwatch League, you need to sign them for a whole year. Also, the salaries aren't going to be as big, so you won't have to pay him a huge salary like 100,000 plus, maybe just 50K. So I definitely think it would be worth the risk signing him to an Academy team. At least if I was the general manager of an Overwatch League team, I probably wouldn't consider it, but if I was an Academy GM, I would definitely consider it and I would make the move very quickly. It's high risk, high reward. If Dafran does show that he's still great and he can stay out of trouble, then you have this huge gem that you can sell to an Overwatch League team for big money, or maybe even promote to your Overwatch League team. And then if it doesn't work out, well then, you just had one crappy Contender season, go build another team, you can bounce back in the next month. So this is definitely a case on the side of the Overwatch League teams. Now moving over to Dafran's mentality and what he's thinking, I honestly do feel like Dafran wants to take it more slow coming back into the professional scene. I don't think he would want to jump straight into the Overwatch League. It would make way more sense for him to want to take it slow, go join an Overwatch Academy team, have a really good Contender season while easing back into the game and competing at a high level, and then he can transition into the Overwatch League and he'll know what to expect. Because as we've seen in Season 1, there were a lot of players who just weren't ready for the Overwatch League. They got burnt out very easy, and it was just super intense, way too many games, and if Dafran got put straight into that, I really do feel like he could mentally crack, just knowing that he does have a history in the past with attitude and burning out and just, having mental issues. So I think him personally, he's thinking, all right, let's try Contenders, I don't want to go straight into the league, that might be too hard, and if I can prove to myself that this is what I want to do and I can do it, then I want to move up into the Overwatch League. Because it's Dafran, he knows he's good enough, he definitely thinks inside of his head, yeah, I can destroy all of these players, but Will I be able to handle the grind? Can I stay out of trouble? That's the question. So I feel like he's looking at this from a very smart angle. And then also Overwatch League teams just might not be considering him that much right now because of his past, and it's a huge risk. So overall, guys, those are all my thoughts. I tried my best to explain everything. I might have repeated and rambled on a little bit, which some of you guys have been asking me to do so you can understand how I feel about everything. And honestly, I really wanted to break down this situation so you guys can understand exactly what is going on, because this is huge. Dafran possibly coming back to play professionally. I want to see it super bad. You guys know this. I have advocated all year long for Dafran to come back and try playing one more time, and finally, seems like he maybe's taken my advice and he wants to do it. So please do go down in the comments, let me know if you guys prefer this over the short versions where I don't really talk about situations at all, maybe like 10-15 seconds of my opinion, whereas this was more like 3 to 4 minutes of my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you guys rather see. And now, guys, let's talk a little bit about my stream and these exclusive leaks that I've been dropping on it. So you guys haven't heard about this at all because I was streaming last night and I dropped these leaks on the stream live. Let's just go ahead and roll the clips. Check it out.
All right, guys. You guys ready for the juice? So you guys wanted a Vancouver. You wanted a Vancouver leak, I guess. And it's actually an interesting one because what a lot of people believe to be true is actually not true anymore. So, as many believed, KYKY was the general manager of Vancouver, but he is actually not. See, he did get the offer, but then they took it away from him. So he was going to be the GM of Vancouver. There was an offer. It never got signed. They never officially did it. But he is no longer going to be the GM of Vancouver. KYKY did not get the job after all the rumors and backlash came out, and they just figured, he's kind of got a bad reputation, let's just go another direction. So, there it is, boys.
And indeed, there it is, boys. KYKY is no longer going to be the GM of Vancouver. I know a lot of people reported on this, but they just reported a little too quick because it was never pen to paper. And I usually try to avoid reporting on things that are not pen to paper, at least when it comes to signings, because sometimes these things can happen. And it seems like Vancouver just did not want to have that type of reputation running their team. They figured his track record isn't that good. He kind of failed last year with the Dallas Fuel, so let's go another direction. I am hearing on who some of the finalists are for the Vancouver spot, so once I know more on that information, I will share it with you guys. As for KYKY, he's still working for the Houston Outlaws. He is still one of their coaches right now. That could change. He might be looking for another opportunity elsewhere, and depending on if he gets one, then we'll see where he moves or if he stays with Houston. Overall, I do think this was a smart move from Vancouver. I wouldn't have went with KYKY just because of what happened with Dallas Fuel. He really did prove that he cannot manage a team, and I explained this in my last video. A head coach and a general manager of an Overwatch League team is basically the same role, just GM does it on more of a higher scale, and he takes care of the staff rather than the players. So the fact that KYKY shown he cannot head coach whatsoever and control his players with the Dallas Fuel really does prove that he shouldn't be a head coach. Maybe he is just better fit as like an analytical coach or an assistant coach like he is with the Houston Outlaws, but that's my take on the whole situation. This was only first of the leaks, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the second exclusive leak that I dropped on my stream.
The Element Mystic player was offered $120,000 to play on Team Atlanta, and he declined it, and his name is Jesse. That's right, guys. The main support for Element Mystic turned down a $120,000 offer to play for Atlanta. Yup. And the reason why he turned it down is because he wants to play for a more Korean infrastructured team. He wants more Korean coaches. He wants more Korean teammates. He wants Koreans, pretty much. He wants to be in a really good coaching environment, and he felt joining a team with a Western coaching environment wasn't the best idea for him. So he turned down a $120,000 offer, unlike one of his teammates.
Boom, so there it is, guys. The second leak. Element Mystic player Jesse turned down an offer from Atlanta because he wanted to play under more Korean coaches and just have more overall Korean teammates. He didn't like the direction of Atlanta having a head coach that is Western and then just having an overall mixed Western roster. So $120,000, guys, that's a lot of money. It really is, especially for a Korean player who's competing in Korean Contenders. You know they don't get paid that much. And for him to turn it down, it really does show his character and how much he cares about winning rather than just getting paid a lot. And even one of his teammates accepted the offer from Atlanta, so it seems like he wants to get paid. I can't release the name yet, but I will soon. Jesse though, big move. We'll see who he ends up joining. He is a big free agent. A lot of Overwatch League teams want him. I have heard that he is playing very well in all of the tryouts and he's very sought out after. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure, go down to the comments, let me know all of your thoughts. Did you prefer this more over all the other ones? I know there's some ads in it. I mean, not too much compared to what I used to do, so I definitely think it's bearable. And also, if you guys do enjoy my content and you want to support me further and you enjoy having less ads, no intros, all that good stuff, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. You can get a ton of amazing rewards, and when I get 200 patrons, guys, I will start dropping exclusive leaks over there. So check it out, guys. It's super cheap. You can even only do $1. So if you have $1 to spare, send it my way and you can get awesome rewards. And lastly, guys, come check out my stream when this video is live. I will be on Twitch streaming, talking about all the juice and potentially giving more live leaks. Last night, I dropped a lot. Maybe today I'll drop more. We'll just have to see. Be sure, go click the stream down below. Subscribe to my channel for more daily content about the Overwatch League. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.